Hello team, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video where we are discussing recruitment and retention issues within the British Army and across the armed forces, and how I believe we can increase it with adopting Sweden's conscription model. But before we do that, if you give us a like, share and a follow, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to check out some of the best supplements on the market, head over to Combat Fuel and use the code below. They are 100% military safe. And check out the best coffee on the market. Head over to our website combatreadyhq to check out 4 of our blends and the rest of our merch. But getting into the video then, as we all know, I've done previous videos on it. It's all over the news. We have massive retention and recruitment issues, not just only in the British Army, but across all 3 services. We've also had head military chiefs come out and say that our generation, our younger generation, 18 to 24 year olds, even older, are in a pre-war generation. What does that mean? We were during the war, Afghanistan and Iraq. We then entered a post-war stage where we sort of left Iraq and we were just sort of doing training, exercises overseas. We're now in a pre-war state. So what they're saying is they're anticipating a war is coming. You've got Russia and Ukraine has been going on for a couple of years now. You've also got what's going on with Israel, Gaza, and there's other sort of situations going on. You've got North Korea, China, Taiwan. There's loads going on in the world. So we are in a pre-war state. So they are anticipating us to enter a war. But we do not have the numbers within our armed forces to sustain any sort of conflict. So some of the numbers we've got roughly in the last 12 months pre-March 2024, approximately 10,680 personnel joined the UK regular armed forces. Capita heading up recruitment were shy of that, especially with the army missing all their targets pretty much every year for the last decade, if not longer. And in that time, over the last 12 months, 16,140 personnel left the armed forces. So that's a deficit of 6,000 approximately, just under 6,000. We know the numbers aren't coming in, and we know we aren't keeping the numbers. Yes, I firmly believe that the armed forces need to work on retention. Keep the experience that they have. You can't just keep constantly spending money on new personnel coming in and then having them leave, because 1, you're wasting money, and 2, you're losing all that experience, especially as we've not got any conflicts going on. So all those guys that were on Iraq, were on Afghan, like, they've got the skills, they've got the experience, right, that you need to maintain. But obviously you constantly need to filter in new personnel to go through the funnel, go through the system, work their way through the ranks. So you've constantly got numbers in. And Sweden have a really good conscription model. Yes, this means bringing back conscription. Years ago, I wasn't really a fan of it, but now I think we really need it with how low the numbers are. What they do is they sort of screen all the personnel, so the guys and the girls who are eligible. So what we could do, we could say all 18-year-olds or all 18 to 21-year-olds, 18 to 24-year-olds, they all have to go for physical and mental exams. So they go away, get tested physically, get tested mentally. And then what Sweden do, they need approximately 4 to 5% of those numbers. They have roughly 110,000 personnel who get screened, and then they take around 4 to 5% of that to fill in the numbers. We could do something similar. Say we're in a deficit of around 5 to 6,000 every year, maybe a little bit more because we're not hitting our targets. We need 5 to 6,000 personnel to basically go on top of those who are voluntary joining. And you can screen everyone who's within whatever age range, and then you take the top guys and girls from that. Whoever passed top on all the physical and mental exams, say you are going for training. You either go or you get punished. And the punishment in Sweden was a fine, I believe, and now it's actually a jail sentence. So if you basically get screened, get told you need to attend, you then go and attend, and if you don't attend, you then actually get a jail sentence. Yeah, that's pretty harsh, but I think with the way the world is, with the numbers that we have, I think this conscription model could really, really work, because you're going to get the guys and girls who fit the position because they've passed the mental exams and they've also passed the physical exams. So they're going to be physically and mentally ready to do the job and have the potential to do well. And you're also going to unlock some potential. You're also going to get people who think, you know, I've done it in the series where I've watched the Swedish series for like Jäger Soldat, the Rangers, where they go and do conscription and they either do a minimum of 9 to 15 months. And then after that, they can leave. But what some of them actually realise is they actually enjoy it. They get good skills from it, values from it. And they're like, do you know what? I'm actually going to transfer into the regular army, regular armed forces, and I'm actually going to stay in and I'm actually going to do it. So you're going to get that as well. You might get people who just do the 9 or 12 months, but then you get those ones that actually, do you know what? I'm going to stick at this. I'm going to work my way through the career. I'm going to work my way through the ranks, and I'm actually going to give it a go, which is really, really good. So you fill in the numbers, you unlock potential, you give loads of young adults new skills and experience, but you also possibly given them a career. And then what that also does is, say they only do the minimum time, we'll just say 12 months, the UK bring in 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, they're like, not for me, but I've done it. They go back to civilian life. They've picked up leadership skills. They've got great values in courage, integrity, self-discipline. They've got good administration. They've got possible project managing skills. They work well under stress in high pressure situations. They've got great first aid skills to go into the civilian world. They take all those skills into the civilian world. And you've also got a civilian force that can also defend itself. So say anything does happen, say the worst does happen, you've not only got the armed forces, you've not only got the veterans who have left, you've not only got the reserves, you've also got a bunch of young guys and girls who are well trained and ready to be called up upon if needed be, without having to go through training. They can just be called up, get given their kit and equipment again, assigned to a unit, and they're already trained. You might just have to do a quick refresher, but they haven't got to go through all the basic training again. They haven't got to go through all the trade training again. They're already well trained. So this is why I think that the model's really good, because you can't call up all of them. We haven't got the infrastructure to just call up all 18-year-olds, all 17-year-olds, whatever you want to do. 18 is obviously the number because that's the age they're an adult and they can go on ops. We haven't got the infrastructure to do that, but we do have the infrastructure to call up maybe 2,000-3,000. Even if you can't meet the target, an extra 2,000 or 3,000 will help boost that numbers. You're also putting them on the street with those skills and experience. You've also got those guys and girls that are well trained and ready to be called up upon if need be. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it never actually comes to that, but at least you're prepared. It'd be really interesting to sort of hear your thoughts on this and what you think of it. Is conscription a good idea? Is Sweden's model a good model? Do you think it's a bad idea? Comment below. I'd really be interested to know what your thoughts are, what you think of this. But I think it's a great way to boost numbers. It's a great way to give young guys and girls some good skills and drills, but you're also giving them a purpose as well. You're taking them off the streets. As we know, a lot of people get to 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They don't really know what they want to do. They're sort of just doing sort of retail jobs, other little jobs, college, finding their feet, a little bit of unsure what they're going to do. You're possibly giving them a very good career in the military, but you're also giving them very good training that they can take from the army, from the Navy, Air Force, and put it into the civilian world. And it might actually give them a purpose and give them something better to do. So that's my thoughts. I think the UK should adopt Sweden's conscription model. Punishment, should it be jail? Yeah, possibly. I don't think community service or a fine is a big enough deterrent for them not to turn up, because they're just like, yeah, I'll do community service. But if you don't turn up, you are going to end up in prison. You're going to have that on your record. So also, it's fair in a sense that everyone gets screened physically and mentally. They don't have to be all physical, because the top physical guys might not pass the mental, and the top mental guys and girls might not pass the physical. So if you make it gender neutral screening, so you get guys and girls, you obviously check the results, and yeah, you do that. And I think adopting the Swedish sort of conscription model will really sort out our recruitment issues. And then obviously what the military need to do is work on retention as well. It's not just about recruitment, it's retention. So that's definitely what I think we should do. Let us know what your thoughts are. I'd be very interested. If you want to go and check out Sweden's conscription model a little bit more, you can go and Google it, get a little bit more information on it. But basically, they take from the age range, everyone has to go and do the screening. And then for them, they take what, say like the top third or the top 4 or 5%. And then they have to go and conduct service. And then at the end of that conscription, they can either leave and carry on and do civilian life, or if they really want to, they can stay, make a career of it, say do minimum 4 years and work their way through the ranks if they want to do, say, the full 22 years. I think, like I said, you're going to find people think, I wasn't thinking about the military, and then they actually go through training and they might actually really enjoy it and end up doing a full career. So you're going to find people like that. Yeah, that's what my thoughts are. Like I said, please comment below with what you think of this, whether you think it's a good idea, bad idea. Remember to check out Combat Ready HQ coffee blends. Go and check out Combat Fuel for 100% military safe supplements. Use code below, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Introducing today's sponsors, DYU Cycle. In the hustle and bustle of city life, finding the perfect balance between convenience and sustainability can be a challenge. But fear not, because DYU Cycles is here to revolutionise your urban commutes and urban adventures. Introducing the DYU C1, the Optimine of urban mobility. With its sleek design and cutting-edge features, the C1 is not just a bike, but a lifestyle choice. From its 26-inch wheels, 7 gears, disc brakes, front torque, shock absorbers and a vibrant display, it is crafted with precision engineering. The DYU C1 boasts a robust build that can handle the rigorous city streets with ease and the urban trails. From its responsive disc brakes, smooth gear transitions, every aspect of the C1 is designed to elevate your riding experience. Don't let its urban prowess fool you. The DYU C1 is equally at home and great in the outdoors. Whether you're exploring the rugged trails or cruising through scenic countryside, the C1's versatility knows no bounds. Let's talk about power. With 3 distinct riding modes, you've got efficient, you've got default, and you've got sport. The C1 adapts to your needs. With maximum range for a daily commute, then choose efficient. Craving for that adrenaline-fueled adventure? Switch to sport mode for an exhilarating ride. Here's the best part though. Charging is a breeze. With the DYU C1, simply plug in and power up. With no hassle of removing the battery, it's convenience redefined. So whether you're zipping through the city streets or exploring the hidden trails, make every an adventure with DYU Cycles. Join the movements to sustainable transportation and embrace the freedom of electric biking. Power your ride with DYU Cycles, where innovation meets adventure. Experience the future of urban mobility with DYU Cycles. Check them out in the link below. Really support the channel. They provide high quality bikes. I appreciate every link and purchase. If you have any questions, then don't hesitate to send me an email or contact me on Instagram. Once again, thank you to today's sponsor, DYU Cycles.